You're good.
Miss my nose.
If I may approach, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Would you announce the terms of the agreement?
Yes, sir. At this time, Mr. Lewis would withdraw his previously entered plea of not guilty in 22 CF 2641 and 23 CF 2044. Pursuant to agreement with the state, the charges, count 1 and the 22 CF case will be lesser included offense of trespass. You'll be playing as charged to count 2, possession of firearm by a delinquent, and count 3, resisting an officer without violence. Counts 1 and 3 will be time served. Count 2 will be 20.4 months, Department of Corrections, with credit for all time served. In the 23 CF 2044 matter, counts 1 through 3 and 5 will be null crossed. Count 4 will be as charged, possession of firearm by a delinquent. 20.4 months, Department of Corrections, credit for all time served, all counts and cases concurrent.
Your Honor, that is the state's agreement. This is not a downward departure. This is a guideline sentence.
Very good. One clarification, do you have the statutory cite for the lesser included?
I do not, I apologize, Your Honor.
If you'll give me just a moment, Your Honor.
Why don't I hand you this?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Lewis, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you heard your attorney, you can put your hand down, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement.
Yes,
And
sir.
those terms I was following along are in the written plea agreement that you've signed. Just want to make sure, have you read that plea agreement closely? You just signed it now, but you've read it before, right? You've gone over it with your attorney in detail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had all your legal questions answered about your plea agreement here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that importantly, by entering into this plea agreement here today, you're waiving the right to go to a trial and some other valuable constitutional rights. The main one is the right to force the state to prove their case. You're waiving that in order to get a final resolution here today. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe this is in your best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a factual basis for this plea?
Stipulate, Your Honor.
Very good. Do you have any further questions regarding this plea? Very good. With that plea, the court will accept your plea. And as to the first case, 2022 CF 2641, as to count 1, there'll be a lesser included on count 1 of trespass, and the statutory cites in the plea agreement, Madam Clerk. And the court will, the sentence actually will be credit for time served. Count 2 is as charged, possession of a firearm, and your sentence, the guideline sentence of 20.4 months, Department of Corrections, and you will get credit for all time served on all these, okay? That's important. Count 3 is as charged. You'll get credit for time served. Those will be, both 1 and 3 will be completed, have already been completed then. 23 CF 2044, counts 1 through 3 and 5 are null processed by the state. Count 4, the single count, possession of a firearm, also sentenced to 20.4 months, DOC, credit for time served, that's important, and both of those incarcerative sentences will be done concurrently, so they'll be concurrent, so they'll run at the same time. You're not going to stack on top of them, okay? So total of 20.4 months, and again, credit for all time served. It's not in here, but you do have standard fees and costs. What are those?
515.
I'm sorry?
515 per case.
Okay, so 515 court costs, you'll have, you want to put down 180 days after he gets out?
Yes, Your Honor, that should be sufficient, thank you.
So after you get out of your incarcerative portion of it, you'll have 6 months to pay it. That's important because they'll come after your driver's license if you don't. You have any questions concerning any of this?
No, sir.
Your Honor, the score sheet, I will get the court a copy of that once I'm done fixing some stuff. Mr. Durrell made a representation to the state that the defense doesn't object to the score sheet with the lowest permissible sentence of 20.4 months, and the state will provide that score sheet to the court after there's a break.
Very good. And Mr. Lewis, even though you just agreed to this whole thing, you do have 30 days to appeal it if you wish to, okay? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Swiatek? Our resident celebrity.
I've got Christopher Goens in 22 CF 3123.
He's mine.
Mr. Goens, inmate.
Counsel?
All right, I've got a written plea to tender.
Very good.
As soon as Mr.
This is
Goens
case
signs-
number 22 CF 3123.
That's correct. Yep.
How are y'all doing today? God bless y'all.
Good.
God loves every one of y'all.
Thank you. Would you announce the terms of the agreement, please, Mr. Swiatek?
Your Honor, in exchange for the plea, Mr. Goens withdraws his previously entered plea of not guilty, pleads no contest to counts 1 and 2. Count 3 will be null pros. He will be sentenced to 18 months incarceration in the Florida Department of Corrections with credit for time served. That'll be followed by 10 years sex offender probation with GPS, no internet access, no unsupervised contact with minors, sex offender designation. He fines and costs of $615. He'd be adjudicated guilty.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor, and we do formally announce the null pros of count 3.
Okay.
I will have to get the court a score sheet after the break. I apologize for that.
Is it a downward departure?
It is, Your Honor. He does score out to 21.85 months minimum guidelines with a maximum of 10 years, but we do believe it is an uncoerced plea, and we believe it's appropriate given the circumstances.
Okay.
Stipulation.
Just one point of clarification, Mr. Swiatek. I know what you're intending, but I want to make sure it's clear here that the 18 months incarceration is for each count
Concurrent.
and running concurrent. You need to put both those things in here. It says 18 months, but it doesn't say for each count. I've got to give a sentence for each count, unfortunately. Thank you, Mr. Swiatek. Okay, Mr. Goens, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Goens, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those same terms are in the written plea agreement that you've signed.
Yes, sir.
Just want to make sure, have you gone over this plea agreement? First of all, have you read this written plea agreement? Have you gone over it in detail with your attorney? Make sure you have all your legal questions answered about this.
Yes, sir.
Importantly, by entering this plea agreement, this will be a final resolution of your case. but you're waiving a number of valuable legal rights in order to get here. The right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, confront witness, all those are your constitutional rights, but you're waiving those in order to get this resolution. Is that what you want to do here today?
Yes, sir.
You believe that's in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering this freely and voluntarily? Anybody threaten or coerce you to get you to enter into this plea?
No, sir.
Or promise you anything that's not in the agreement?
No, sir.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. The state has announced a null process to count 3. As to counts 1 and 2, there's an adjudication of guilt, and you'll be sentenced to 18 months, Department of Corrections. Those are for each count, but they will be served concurrently at the same time. So it's a total of 18 months. You will get credit for time served on both of these. The incarcerative sentence will be followed by 10 years, sex offender probation with GPS, no internet access, no unsupervised contact with minors, and sex offender designation, as well as the other standard requirements of sex offender probation. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So any questions regarding, you also have standard fines and costs of $615.
We'd ask for 6 months to pay after release.
Very good. You want to go ahead and put that in there so make sure we've got it. Pardon?
He'll be on probation.
Oh, that's right, he'll be on probation, he's got a term. Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. So, even though, one last thing, even though you've just entered into this agreement, you do have 30 days to appeal it. Okay? Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
What about Mr. Buchanan, Mr. Switek?
We concluded Mr. Buchanan's
Did we?
case.
Okay, I just have it on my docket, so I'm,
Yeah, but he's no longer my client. We played him out sometime last year, and I think Mr. Medina has his VOP.
Mr. Medina? This is Bernard Buchanan.
Your Honor, so that Mr. Switek did represent Mr. Buchanan on the case, and Mr. Switek is listed, which I'm sorry, I'm looking for the case number, but
Case number is 23 CF 26.
that was a pretrial intervention with.
25,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that was a pretrial intervention with a plea. Mr. Buchanan also has a new case, which definitely, he is definitely represented by Mr. Medina on that 24 CF case. So yeah, if we want to appoint Mr. Medina to the pretrial intervention violation as well, I think that'd be.
What did, I mean, the public defender is assigned 24 CF 2283.
I know you're not on the
law
ground.
case.
He also has a 23 case, which is a PTI violation.
VOP, oh, a PTI violation, okay, so I'm getting that too, based on what grounds? I mean, is private?
No, he's not, he's no longer on the case, and has not been on the case. He should not even be listed, but erroneously he was listed, and so
Okay.
we're just dealing with it. So do I need to formally appoint Mr. Medina, or the public defender, on the 23 CF?
If
20
private counsel's withdrawn or never was on it,
Is
then
not.
of course we would get it, Your Honor.
Private counsel is no longer on the case, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the court will appoint Mr. Medina, the public defender, to 23 CF 25.
And Your Honor, I can inform the court that in 24 CF 2283 depositions is set, I did meet with Mr. Buchanan yesterday afternoon, and we were asking to do a full cycle continuance to accommodate those depositions.
No objection to that, Your Honor.
Get that done, and then,
Sorry, ma'am.
so, okay, very good. So you can let the inmate can be returned, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Suarez.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hold on just a second, let me get Buchanan on the other docket, marked off, there we go. So on the new law case, actually, both of these cases we'll do a full cycle continuance as well, based upon your information, right?
Yes,
Sure.
Your Honor.
Thank you, Your
Medina.
Honor.
So 212. Okay. Mr. Weinstock.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a couple cases with the court. One is Chandra Beard, 24 CF 1102 and 24 CF 923. Miss Beard, I have deposition set.
Hold on. Let's wait for her. Could you give us an update on the case, Mr. Weinstock?
I have deposition set for 2/27. May I request a continuance until after that date?
Well, I would normally do that, but because we're getting a rotation, I want to let Judge Clark kind of get a handle on all the different cases. So we're going to do just a regular cycle to 2/12. And then we'll come back. You can just let her know what's going on with the case, okay?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your other case is DeShane.
I have,
Could you announce the two cases, Mr. Weinstock?
this is Dylan DeShane, 24 CF 399, 24 CF 388. Mr. DeShane, I have depositions set for the 13th of this month.
Okay.
I'm trying to schedule a third round of depositions. I need to take the deposition of the medical examiner. That was scheduled, but because he had a out-of-state an appointment, I had to cancel that. I'm working with the prosecution now to get a date for the medical examiner. So I'm going to request
Full cycle continuance.
a full cycle would be when, Your Honor?
2/12, February 12th. I assume the state's in agreement on that?
Yes, Your Honor, and I believe that we will be rescheduling the stand your ground hearing scheduled for next week, because the medical examiner will be out of town giving testimony for that one, and we are not going to do Zoom testimony, so we will be rescheduling that and reaching out.
So we appreciate that. It looks like y'all are working hard to make some progress on this case. Obviously, a serious case.
I also have a motion that's not in front of you today, but let me mention, I wanted, when we have the motion to dismiss, the stand your ground motion, I've asked that the state bring in certain evidence I can present to the court at that time. And I'm working with the prosecution right now to determine what evidence she will be agreeable to bring in. So I don't think we need court intervention at this time, but should we need it, I will just give you advance notice of that.
Okay.
And for the record, the state's merely concerned about the integrity of the evidence for future scientific testing, so we'll work with Mr. Weinstock to come to an agreement.
Sure. And if you need a date on that, it'll probably be the same process, but it'll probably be coordinated through Judge Clark's. We only have
Understand.
one miscellaneous date between now and the first of the year. Okay?
Okay, I'll give you advice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think you got one more, Mr. Weinstock?
I do, I have Jenkins. And
What's the first name, Mr. Weinstock?
I seem to have misplaced my file on that. What's your first name?
This is case number.
Quashon Jenkins.
The case number is 23 CF 2706.
I have deposition set for the end of this month. Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry, end of January. So if you can continue Jenkins to 2/12 again.
Very good. The court will continue this till February 12th at 9 a.m. to allow the discovery to be ongoing, to be
I'll give you
completed. It
advice.
looks like there's good progress being made, though.
Your Honor, that's all I have. May you excuse?
Thank you. Have a good day.
Good day.
Mr. Dees.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
First case I have is Mark Davies' story. Judge, I'm also covering for Mr. Griffith. I was going to let court security know that I'll be covering Trevor Brown as well.
Okay. And, hold on just a second.
Sorry. Judge, this is Martavius Sorry as he approaches on behalf of Mr. Sorry. Judge, we are close to being ready for trial in Mr. Sorry's case. The only issue that we had subpoenaed Detective Mooney from the Fort Walton Beach Police Department. He informed us that he was out on training, so we set another deposition for him again, and he did not appear at that deposition. Having said that, the state has extended an offer to Mr. Sorry. They are in plea negotiations between one another, the state and Mr. Sorry. Can we leave him set for Monday, plea or continuance, to see if we can bring this in for a landing?
And I know there's another case that Mr. Riosti is handling. Is
Yes,
that,
Mr.
he's
Riosti.
not, is Mr. Riosti here? I don't think
He's
here.
not, he's in Crestview in a hearing in court, but he and I actually met with Mr. Sorry last night.
Okay.
So his plan would be to set him for Monday as well.
So do the same thing. So
Yes.
we'll continue this until docket day, which is next Monday, 12/16 at 9 a.m.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
See you then, Martavis. Judge, the next case I have is Tremont Ladrague Coward, 24 CF 1798. Your Honor, Mr. Coward approaches Robert Dees on behalf of Mr. Coward. Your Honor, we were able to take depositions in this case. I do have an issue that I need to raise with the search warrant. I'm also apparently missing the drone footage of the search warrant service. However, I do not want to continue the case. I want to leave it set for Monday since Mr. Sorry is going to be here Monday. Leave Mr. Coward here for Monday as well and see if we can't bring his case in for landing. We've got some plea negotiations going on in his case as well.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I also represent Mr. Coward before the court on 20 CF 2490, 20 CF 2999, and 23 CF 52. I'd also like to leave it set for Monday, Judge. We're trying to do a consolidated possible resolution.
Sure. Hold on a second. Let me get your cases. Mr. Harper.
I'm not sure what doc you have, Judge. Mine is, he's 36 on stuff.
I have him as 33, Your Honor, that he's on, the first case is on page 20 of the docket that I have.
That's all right. I've got multiple different.
Too many dockets, too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 120, so not bad. Okay, very good. So we'll continue all of Mr. Harper's cases to 12/16, plea or continue as well.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, the one case I was covering for Attorney Michael Griffith is defendant Trevor Brown, 22 CF 1794. There he is. You're standing in for Mr. Griffith. All right. Judge, apparently Mr. Griffith has deposition set along with the co-defendant who's represented by Bo Powell. He is moving to continue this case in order to finish the depositions.
State, so there are depositions scheduled?
There are, Your Honor, they're scheduled, I believe, February 13th. But
I'm going to continue, as I've said before, just so you can let Mr. Griffin know. Even though I'm going to schedule it for the day before for a pretrial, even though you've got them scheduled, it doesn't make much sense. But I want to at least let all the cases come in before, so Judge Clark has a kind of a view of the whole overall docket,
That makes
what's
sense.
going on.
I'll
So
let him know.
rather than having a two-cycle.
And for the record, if there is another continuance, that would be the last continuance, Mr. Dees.
Yes, ma'am.
The state will not agree to any more continuances
I
after
will
this.
let him know.
So is that anticipating to be the last discovery that defense is requesting?
I wish I knew enough about the case to assert that to the court, but I'm not
The
sure.
state
what
can
it
speak to that, and yes, this is anticipated to be the last discovery, and we're on track to go to trial, not next cycle, but the cycle after.
Okay, very good.
I'll convey all that to Mr. Griffith. Right.
Thank you very much.
I'll let him know. All right, appreciate it. Here's that's all I have. Have a good day.
Thank you. You have a nice day. Counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. DeMarcus Smith. And it'll be under Attorney Tony Henderson's name, Your Honor. I'm covering this case for him today. And for Madam Clerk, I'm Dustin Harsher, covering for Tony Henderson this morning. I'll wait for Mr. Smith. I'm not sure if the state would be objecting to a continuance today, final continuance.
Wait so he can hear it.
Understood.
Your Honor, the state has no objection to a final continuance.
Yes, Your Honor. And I anticipate we'll be able to get this case ready for trial, not this cycle, but the next cycle.
Okay. So the court will continue this till 2/12, and the court, which is our next full cycle, the court will ask that the clerk's minutes reflect this will be the last continuance.
Thank you, Your Honor. And what was that date again? I apologize.
2/12,
2/12.
February 12th, 9 a.m.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
I believe that's all I have, Your Honor. Good to see you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Any other private counsel here? Come forward.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Charles Williams. I've got a couple of cases, but I'm also standing in for Christopher Scott.
Okay. You
who
want
has
to
one
do
case.
yours first, or?
That's fine. Any
And
order?
then we'll do Scott. Thank you for coming over.
No
So,
problem. Good to be here. I've actually got 3 cases, Your Honor.
okay, we'll just take them one.
McClovich, or Glover, or Lee.
So I've got Glover, Lovich, the third one.
And also Phillips. Donovan Glover, Your Honor, we've got 4 case numbers this morning, 24 CF 1705, 1706, and 1707, and then 23 CF 121. And this is with Ms. Jardina. We have a...
Now, hold on a second, because I only have one case on today's docket, the 23 CF 121. I just want to make sure we're all tracking the other cases.
I have all the cases and they're all represented, but.
I'm sorry.
All the cases are on my docket.
Okay, good. It's not, for some reason, it's not on my docket, but that's probably,
We had a resolution worked out with Ms. Jardina, but she brought it to my attention this morning that there's another case. And
Yes.
is it-
Your Honor, there's a new case out of Crestview that needs to be transferred to our division, which should be done within the next day or so. It's 24 CF 2655. So I discussed with Mr. Williams continuing this to Monday
Yeah.
so that we can possibly reach a
well,
resolution.
if it's being transferred, if you all can write it up, let's do it.
Well, I have
can
to review that case first. It was just brought to my attention this morning as I was sitting
Okay,
before.
so it's not an automatic resolution of all of them. You haven't resolved it.
Correct.
Okay, I thought you were just waiting technically for the case to come into this division.
No, Your Honor,
If
I
you're
have
just
to-
waiting for that, but if you have to review some stuff,
Yes, I just want to review it before putting together the final plea offer.
do you think it'll be ready by next week?
Yes.
Based on what I understand about the nature of the case, I think it will be resolved and it'll probably be at the same level.
Okay.
So
You
I'm
want-
happy to come back over. Monday.
Okay, come on back on next Monday, which is docket day.
Yep.
We'll list them as plea or continue, but hopefully it'll be for a resolution.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
McClovich. Got an Andrew McLovich here, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I don't have the case number.
It's case number 24 CF 1387.
And I believe there's maybe also a 24 CF 960 or 970.
970? Okay, somebody, I don't have that one either.
So, Your Honor, this is the case with a lot of co-defendants. I noticed earlier that you continued it to the 2/12 date.
Yes.
Depositions are set, I believe, for 2/25. This is Mr. Gomez's case. Ms. Sharpless is covering for us.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I guess we'll just take that 2/12 date.
Very good. It'll just bring up, so you can kind of, we're rotating on the 1st of
Right.
January, so
I understand that.
Judge Clark can kind of get an idea of all the different cases that are coming.
Very good.
So we'll do a full cycle continuance on both the cases until February 12th at 9 a.m.
Yeah. and
Okay.
that's it. Mr. McClellan was aware of that.
And you're covering for Mr. Scott,
I am.
or do you have another one of yours?
I've got Mr. Lee coming out right now. That's my case, Your Honor, 24 CF 2495.
Is that, okay, okay. Mario Lee, okay. very
Mario
good.
Lee, yeah. You just appointed that to me to this case last week.
Okay, very
I haven't
good.
seen the discovery yet, hadn't had a chance to get it. So I don't think, look, he has 2 other cases that are open, that he's represented by someone else. Based
Who
on
else is he, who is?
Who's your other lawyer? Martin Nope.
Mr. Notes?
Mr. Notes.
Right here. Okay,
Based on the nature of the charges that you appointed me in this case, I think Mr. Nope's case will be controlling.
okay.
So
So let's do a full cycle. Let me just say that if there's something that occurs of some resolution, you can move it up, but we'll do a full cycle continuance to 2/12. But we'll,
I guess I'm not aware of that case, Judge. Let me look here.
I don't think the cases you represented are not on today's docket, I don't believe.
Actually, 23 CF 148 and 24 CF 1547, and what is this case number?
24 CF 2495.
yeah, I don't have any of Mr. Lee's on this docket other than that. None of your cases, Mr. Nopes, are not on my docket. Am I
I
incorrect?
printed out, and there are on the docket, but that's okay.
I didn't see them.
You have them? This, my docket, I must have gotten an earlier version of some sort. That's all right, let's deal with them. We're still gonna continue it. It looks like there's some work that needs to be done, and have y'all communicated prior?
Not yet.
Okay.
He
Just was appointed, Mr. Notes, so you got a couple veterans, so you guys will coordinate and whatnot. But we'll do a full cycle continuance on all the cases to 2/12 at 9 a.m.
Very well, Your Honor. And Phillips.
Yes, sir.
This is the Mr. Scott's case that I'm covering,
Right.
Your Honor. It's Ronald Wayne Phillips. And it's CF, it's three case numbers, 23 CF 1578, 24 CF 661, and 1095. And this also is Mr. Gomez's case, and I believe Ms. Sharpless is covering. Mr. Scott's setting up depositions with Mr. Gomez. So I guess he's requesting a continuance to the next cycle.
Your Honor, that's correct.
Do you have depositions scheduled, or are you in the process of
This is
scheduling?
Mr. Phillips, right? Yeah, this is part of the FDLE cases, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
they're already scheduled?
They're scheduled on February
Okay.
27th.
February 27th?
Yes.
Thank you. I thought they were the 25th.
Okay, very good. So we'll continue this to 2/12, even though the depositions are after that. It'll give everybody a chance to kind of figure out where things are going
With the new judge in the
with the
saddle.
new judge.
All right.
So, thank you very much.
Have a good day, sir.
And Your Honor, Your Honor, that concludes my business, so with your permission, I'll take my leave.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming all the way over.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Noakes?
Judge, I think the first case is Chris Ballew, B-A-L-L-E-W.
Did you say Baloo? Baloo.
Ballew, yes, sir.
I'm just gonna leave it set for Monday. Cody and I talked, and he and I, Mr. Blue and I talked this morning at the jail, and I've got a counter offer that I'll talk to you about. I was at the jail.
I'm sorry?
I was at the jail this morning at about 6 o'clock. They accommodated me, didn't let me see 6 or 7 people. So Judge, on Christopher James Ballew, 23 CF 2001 and 23 CF 2029, I have been in discussions with Mr. Sprouse with the State Attorney's Office. I met this morning with Mr. Ballew. We want to leave it set for docket day without subs. He's authorized me to make a counteroffer that might resolve it for Monday.
Very good. The court will continue this without subpoenas. Plea or continue for docket day, which is the 16th, which is next Monday.
Judge, the next case I've got on the docket is Elliot Bell. I did meet with him this morning, and I told him he...
Go ahead and...
I told him he didn't have to if he didn't want to.
Hold on. Do you want to have the case numbers, or I'll call them out? I've got them.
I'll announce them, Judge. 24 CF 992, 24 CF 993, 24 CF 1096.
Very good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Judge, I met with him this morning. I promised him I'd see him this weekend. He's got a question about the bond. The bigger issue is I gave the state a 2 terabyte hard drive Monday, so I can get the discovery. There's lots of discovery. This is one of the multi-defendant, co-defendant cases. So it needs to be continued. I just don't know where you're going to put it, because I think depots now are tentatively scheduled for February 27th.
Yeah. What we've been doing is going in and just doing a regular cycle 212.
Okay.
Even though it's before the depots, it's going to be a little bit of redundant, but it'll allow Judge Clark to kind of get a full measure of the different cases and whatnot. So we'll just continue it for a regular cycle to 212.
That makes sense, Judge.
Mr. Noakes, we're going to bring out Mr. Hawkins. They had to go downstairs to get Mr. Green.
Okay. And then on Rashad Hawkins, Judge, I need to schedule depositions in that case. I met with Mr. Hawkins today. I have met with him in the past as well. The unfortunate part is that both these cases are very, very serious as charged. And as a result, I think the prison sentence that's being conveyed is huge. So I need to try to find some facts in at least one of the cases that maybe will help him a little bit there. So I've got to set depots, and honestly, I thought my office had already done that, but I don't think we have.
Okay. So we'll do a full cycle continuous till 2 to 212.
Okay. I'll talk to you this weekend.
Still haven't got him
Okay. We're waiting on Mr. Grant, Judge, he's a juvenile. The next case that I've got on the list is Greg Johnson. I met with him this morning. I told him I waived his appearance. I don't believe he's here. Right. And so, Judge, I told him that I was going to continue the case. He was fine with that. He wants me to look at doing another motion to suppress. I told him that I would review all of it. I'd see him Saturday or Sunday, and then I'll let y'all know. Or if you want to leave it set for Monday, you can do that, but it's not going to go either way.
Yeah, let's just do a full cycle, and then you all can continue to work the case. Obviously, it's another one of our serious cases.
Is that 212, Your Honor?
I'm sorry,
Is that 212?
Yes.
Judge, then, the next on my list is Mario Lee. He's obviously here. I was going to leave it set, my two cases leave set for Monday without subpoenas. The state's made an offer that I need to talk to her about how we could actually possibly make it work. I just need to leave it set.
Okay.
To try to get a plea on my case, my two cases,
So we'll continue both your cases, which is 23 CF 148 and 24 CF 1547. We'll continue both of those till docket day 12/16 without subpoenas, plea or continue.
and then the last person I have until we get the juvenile is William Thornton, 21 CF 1471, 23 CF 650, and 23 CF 2447. I did meet with him this morning, and I told him he didn't have to come, so therefore, I don't expect him to be here. Judge, we've got a motion hearing scheduled for, I think, the 20th.
Of this month?
Yes, sir, it's the motion to determine whether or not he's a violent felony offender of special concern.
Okay.
And so, he and I agreed that we're gonna have that hearing, but I told him he didn't need to be here today. I didn't think we could accomplish anything this year.
We'll go ahead and continue this, though. We have that already set, but we'll also do just a regular full cycle continuance as well, so we have it on the books going forward, okay?
Okay.
For all three cases. Okay? You have the juvenile line?
And then the last case I've got, Judge, is Mr. Grant. Judge, Mr. Grant is 24 CF 2054. The state and I have been in communication with each other. Judge, we're still trying to, they did email us stuff, lots of video recordings, things of that nature. My younger son works for me in my office, and he was like, "Dad, this is a lot of stuff." So I think he's still getting it downloaded and opened, and we're trying to deal with it. The state and I agreed that it needed to be continued because we've not had time to look at anything. I mean, we're just getting it. And the other thing is I had filed a motion to have an investigator appointed, and I think we submitted an order, but if I don't think I've gotten it back, but if I'll check on that, and if we didn't get it.
If you don't have it back, just check in with Eileen, because she's been out a couple days.
Okay.
And we just make sure it's got to get processed through her to get to me, so just make sure, obviously, we're going to be around here the next few weeks, so.
Absolutely.
Next week.
Absolutely.
Or later this week, we'll get it.
I'll see you this weekend, okay.
Now, I've got a Gregory Johnson for you.
Judge, I announced that we agreed to continue it to 2/12/24.
Okay.
That's correct, Your Honor.
I met with him this morning.
Okay. We'll
And
continue.
Judge, can Taylor and I approach, please, on
Sure.
Mr. Lee's case?
Did you get that, Madam Clerk? Gregory Johnson.
Hi, I'm Attorney Michael Gilbert. From all of us here at Warrior Law, we wish you and yours a safe and happy holidays.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie.
Hold on just a second.
So this was my case at some point, so I was the one that actually gave me that. I'm
Okay.
Judge, I'm about to screw up big time. Thank you, Ms. Sandler, for saying, aren't you covering for Tim Shaw?
Oh. Yeah, he probably wouldn't appreciate you walking out if,
No, he would not. He would not. Christopher Davis for Tim Shaw.
okay, hold on just a second.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Judge, I do not have the case number, but.
I've got it. There's actually 3 cases that I have. 22 CF 2402, 24 CF 926, and 24 CF 1162.
So his text says there's still no discovery, he wants to continue it, and that they have a motion for statement of particular scheduled and a bond, for bond set on Thursday anyway at 4:30. Is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor. We have some, long story short, I think the motion for statement of particulars will be resolved, but there is definitely going to have a bond hearing on Thursday afternoon.
Okay. But as far as just kind of the general resolution, not resolution of the case, but general case, are we just continuing it full cycle to 212?
Yes, Your Honor, we do have those depositions.
Depositions.
Whatever happens on the bond, at the bond hearing, we still need to do depositions in this case to resolve it, so yes, it would still go to.
Okay, so we'll continue it to 212.
So Thursday afternoon, y'all have a bond hearing on Davis, is that right? Because I filed a motion for statement of particulars on bail, but I didn't file a motion for bond. Are you going to have the same witnesses here?
I'm not gonna have any witnesses, Tim is.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll just put Mr. Davis on for
212.
212.
Just regular full cycle. I've got one other case. I've got Cole, Susan Cole.
Yes, sir. He's asked that they're resetting the stand your ground hearing.
Correct.
And asking to continue it.
And, Your Honor, just to note, the state did file a response to the stand your ground motion, and we're awaiting ruling on that. And if we may approach for a moment.
Sure.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Island,
Cole, which is 22 CF 2824, the court will grant the full cycle continues till 2/12.
Thank you, Judge.
I think that's all Mr. Shaw's cases.
I believe that's correct.
And on my docket, if it's correct, well, Mr. Catalini, I think you're the last private attorney, Mr. Catalini, I think. Oh, Ms. Dudley is. Surprised she's not here. Is that one Guerrero, is that scheduled for today? You can check this, Dudley. You want me to give you a number?
We have a new one.
So, Guerrero is represented by Mr.
That's what I'm gonna say, 3:30.
So 482 is scheduled for Monday?
And 1247.
And 1247? Yes. So I'm going to just say continue to 1216. So,
Hi, Judge.
Mr. Catalini, good morning.
Your
Would you
Honor,
announce the case?
Yes, Your Honor, just off the record, it's on the record. I was with Judge Russell Roberts this morning.
That's all right. As long as you
Your
get
Honor.
here before, it's not a problem.
Thank you, Judge.
We understand y'all are going to multiple courtrooms and trying to keep up with yourselves. No apologies necessary.
Your Honor, I have Jose Barahona Figueroa, case number 23 CF 2463. We are set for a motion to suppress on 12/17, December 17th at 3:30.
Okay.
That's all.
Very good. So even though we're doing a motion to suppress, do you want to do a full cycle continuance just to keep it on the books, or wait until the 17th?
I think a full cycle will be good, just to
Okay.
keep track of it, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's just more for a status than,
And if the motion to suppress isn't favorable, then, there's procedurally, it'll probably fall off the docket, but I think it needs to go another cycle, and we'll figure out what happens depending on the
okay.
motion.
I agree, Judge.
Very good. So we'll continue this matter until 2/12 with the understanding that there's going to be a hearing on the 17th, which is next Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. And I believe that's all of the private counsel that we have. If I'm missing anybody? Mr. Cobb's cases were continued.
Your Honor, you stated Mr. Cobb?
Mr. Cobb's cases were all continued.
Yes.
The interpreter, do you know which cases you're here for?
Yes, Your Honor, but you still need to talk with them.
Yes, Your Honor, she's here for myself and I think Mr. Gates also, but they don't have any of the public defender clients up yet.
Okay, just let me know when you all get them, because we'll try and get you up first, but just let me know. Okay. So, why don't we take a short morning break, and then we'll come back and we'll start on Mr. Harper's cases.
We have one pro se.
We have one pro se? Okay, why don't we bring out the pro se? Is that Henderson?
Correct.
Okay, let's do that.
We have none up here yet. All Mr.
And who is on the state is handling this? It's Daryl Henderson, 24 CF 2365.
That's me, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, this is State versus Daryl Henderson, case number 24CF2365. The state has an announcement in this case. We'll be announcing a no pros based on the victim's request.
On all 3 counts?
That's correct, Judge.
Your Honor, may I speak, please?
Sure.
Yes, Your Honor, I got about 4 no process, and it's because of the corruption. Your Honor, I've lost everything. They even use you, Judge Polson, and Judge Schlechter in this illegal activity.
Mr. Henderson, let me make a suggestion. If you believe there's been some untoward activities, hire an attorney and take some official action. Your statement in the open court isn't going to help you.
But you told me last time I was here that I would have the chance to speak about the corruption, that I lost everything. I lost my lawn business. I lost everything behind Okaloosa County Sheriff Department fabricating probable cause and causing you, Your Honor, to give me an illegal restraining order when the fabrication, there's no victim, there's no defendant. I lost everything I got. I got nothing. Me and my wife, I love my wife, and my wife loves me. But now I came from a $25,000 lawn business all the way down to riding a $249 stand-up scooter. I would have had the money if I had my lawn business from the 10 months that I was in jail for completely nothing. I was kidnapped. They made it up. And just like right now, that's why she's saying, when she's saying, see, I knew this was going to happen, because they came in our house illegally. They violated the 4th Amendment. I thought, I'm not being sarcastic, that a judge was to see to it that the rules of court are demonstrated properly and our constitutional rights are not violated. When my 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 14th Amendment of the Constitution been violated, and Travis Gates and them, they knew that the probable cause was violated. I mean, they knew that the probable cause narrative was fabricated by Sergeant Roberts and Anthony M. Jennings. I got all the paperwork, and I understand what you're saying. Get an attorney.
I
lost everything.
Let me not even say get an attorney. Let me make it statement a little clearer. Take some official action. You may make you feel.
I got no money.
Listen to me. It may make you feel better to say this in open court to me, and I may even be sympathetic, although I have no idea about the facts. But it's not going to help by you saying, if you want to do something that takes some action, you've got to take some official action. Okay? Thank you, but you're released. Is this the only charge he's on it?
He has a case in county court, Your Honor.
And is
there a bond in that? Is there a bond in that? Do you know?
I can check.
Well, what I'm saying, this case is null process.
I ain't got no money to pay. It's proof from the poisonous tree, violation of pre-trial release that came from the illegal arrest, which is right here. Okay. So that's, I don't care. I mean, I ain't got nothing anyway. They can put something. If it is a bond, I can't pay it. I ain't got nothing. Me and my wife, we just living on her income. My business is gone behind me. Lord have mercy.
There's a $2,500 bond, cash or professional bond, Your Honor.
What's the case number?
Hold on, Your Honor.
And who's the judge?
It's Judge Schlechter, Your Honor. I'm sorry, my computer is being extremely slow today.
Hold on, what is it?
24 MN 3934, and it's the judge up there.
Okay. No promises, Mr. Henderson, but I'll look into on the bond on your other case.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you, sir. You have a blessed evening.
Okay. So, we'll take a short break.
For more
10 or
than
15
70
minutes, I
years,
guess, and we'll
the
come back
sweet
to start with
aroma
Mr. Harper.
of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Hi, this is Alex Barthay from the UPS store in Crestview, Florida. We also have Eglin Air Force Base and Fort Walton Beach. So if you're seeing me, it must mean it's Old St. Nick is right around the corner, and we want to help you to be able to get your packages to your loved ones. So for the UPS store, UPS has deadlines starting on the 20th of this month of December. So if you're trying to get something to a loved one within the continental United States, the December 20th date should start letting you know that we're getting close to having parts of the country each day cut off. So go to ups.com. You could see the calendar on the website. Also, on this ad, you're going to also have the flyer that shows the dates, so you can fine-tune whatever it is that you're trying to ship out to a loved one, what part of the country. If you're sending to deployed men or women, to APOs, FPOs, I would suggest getting the mail sooner rather than later, because it's going to take during normal times 10 to 12 days 10 days, 2 weeks is probably a better gauge on shipping. So get those packages going to our deployed men and women around the world so that they can have a happy Christmas as well. In other parts of the U.S., you can also refer to the post office's website for those particular locations. Shipping outside the U.S., give it time. So again, sooner is better. On behalf of your Crestview, Eglin Air Force Base, and Fort Walton UPS stores, we want to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year's. If you need any help, come into any of our stores and we'll be glad to help you. All right, see you next year.
For years, I proudly served Florida as a state trooper. During that time, I investigated over 1,000 car, motorcycle, and trucking crashes. My mission was simple, to help the victims. Now, as an injury attorney, I can do even more to help accident victims. Hi, I'm attorney Coy Browning. If you've been injured in a car accident, I'd be honored to help you. Call or visit us at browninglawfirm.com.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those
I have Martavius Sori, who was already present before the court. I have 2 cases, and Rob Dees has 1. All 3 of the cases have been continued to Monday's docket day, and I'm aware of that.
That's correct.
That's all I have for the court this morning.
Thank you. I thought we had kind of, because he was co-counseling, he had provided that to the court, and we assumed that that was all.
I guess you could call it co-counseling. Rob
Well,
was hired on-
no, it was different cases. It's not co-counseling. You're right. But that you all were coordinating at least.
Coordinating, yes, sir.
Well, thank you.
That's all I have.
Okay, have a good day. Okay. Mr. Harper?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. See, I have some out of custody.
You can do whatever order you want to do the out of custody. That'd be fine.
That'll help us to see it go downstairs.
Sure, that's fine.
There was one that they didn't have, and so, yeah, they're fixing it. If I can call Michael Houston, I have him as number 46 on my docket, but I don't know if that's accurate. He's before the court on 24 CF 2158.
What is the name?
Houston.
Okay, got it.
Judge, this is the first time up on this case, but based on the facts as alleged, I would like to leave this set for a plea or continue on docket day. He's
Okay.
going to meet with me this Friday, and hopefully we can talk about things and get it sorted.
Very good. So we'll continue this till docket day without subpoenas. Plea or continue.
At 9 o'clock. Okay, good. The next one that I have, Judge, that is out of custody. Lori Sen.
Okay.
She's present and approaching. Judge, I think this is the first time up for Ms. Sen. I went over the agreement with her today. I think that she's just contemplating it and deciding whether or not she wants to take it. But since this is the first time up, Judge, I would ask to move this to 210 docket.
Okay. Very good. We'll continue this matter until 2:10.
And the last out of custody, Judge, I think is Kayla Johnson.
Correct.
That's number 48. Ms. Johnson is present approaching. She has her wise work, and she has a dependency case. This is a PTI recall. She's making progress in the outstanding requirements. She's going to have to do that for dependency court anyway. So she's hoping to she's asking to continue to February and use that time to both comply with her case plan as well as complete the outstanding requirements for the PTI. So
Okay.
she'd ask to move this.
So you want to do a
210.
2:10. So we'll continue until 2:10.
Okay. I think those are all my out of custody.
We're ready.
to proceed. I don't know if the female's faster. Karshloffen.
How about, I'm gonna do your females first, if that's fine.
Got it. Judge, this is Amber Agritz. She's before the courts on 24 CF 1807 and 24 CF 1808. Judge, based on the nature of these charges, I'm going to ask to move this to the February 12th pretrial and have depositions done, and then hopefully we can proceed forward.
This is the first time up. Court will continue this until 2/12.
That's it? Yes.
All right.
Judge, I just need the state to sign this. And this is a plea with PTI as a condition of that plea.
And Your Honor, the state will submit the score sheet after the lunch break, and this is not a downward departure.
Very good. Thank you.
Judge Rudy Harper on behalf of Brianna Flynn, 24 CF 2419. She's going to be entering a plea at this time. This will be a plea with PTI as a condition of the plea, with the terms and conditions outlined in the PTI agreement. Upon completion of PTI, this plea can be withdrawn and then the charge is dismissed. However, failure to complete PTI will result in sentencing by the court. If I may appropriate.
Thank you. Ms. Flynn, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Flynn, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those same terms are in writing that you've signed. Just want to make sure you've read this closely and gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Had all your legal questions answered about the plea?
Yes, sir.
This is kind of a unique little, kind of almost like a hybrid plea. It's a high risk, high reward.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you complete this, get your charges dismissed if you complete your PTI. But if you don't, you skip right to sentencing. It's like you're not going to go to the trial, you're not going to get a chance to say you didn't do any of this. You're waiving some rights to get there, in other words.
Yes, sir.
So do you understand, if you kind of make sure you had all your legal questions answered about how this process works?
Yes, sir.
And you believe this is in your best interest to enter into this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement, and the PTI will be a condition of the plea with the terms and conditions outlined in the PTI. Upon completion of that, the pretrial intervention, the plea can be withdrawn and the charges dismissed. Failure to complete the PTI would result in an immediate Senate go right to sentencing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
When you've gone over, you feel like you understand the terms of the PTI agreement?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank
Good luck.
you.
Judge, this is Ms. Howell. She's before the courts on 24 CF 95, 24 CF 2448. Ms. Howell we're trying to incorporate rehab into a resolution in this matter. So we're going to ask to move this to the February the 10th docket. She's searching various rehabs that are inpatient, and we're trying to get her accepted into that, so.
Okay. So we're going to continue this to the 12th, not the 10th.
2/12, yes, Judge.
2/12 at 9 a.m. Hopefully we can get some resolution on that time. If you're able to get a resolution, work out the details, you can get a plea agreement on a miscellaneous docket,
Yes,
okay?
sir. If we can get an agreement, we'll move it up, okay?
Okay, good luck.
Next is Nicholson.
Next is Cherie Nicholson, Judge, that's number 51 on my docket.
Okay.
Well, yeah, actually, 18 months. Judge, this will be a plea, I just need to get the state to sign this as well.
Is it all one listing? Okay, I have to submit it after the break then, but it's a downward departure.
Judge Rudy Harper on behalf of Cherie Nicholson before the court on 24 CF 461, 24 CF 424. Judge, at this time, she's going to withdraw her previously entered plea, gives her a plea of no contest. This will be a plea of a lesser included offense in 24 CF 461, count 1, of possession of a controlled substance. The statutory cite is 893.13, subparagraph 6, subparagraph 8A, as charged as to the remaining counts. Adjudication of guilt, 11 months, 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail, credit for all time served, to run concurrent. She's asking for 18 months to pay the court costs, which are $615 plus $150 cost of defense. Incarceration is through each count to run concurrent. This is a stipulated downward departure. She does otherwise score. This is pursuant to a negotiated plea agreement. And the state will file a scorecard.
Yes, Your Honor, that is the state's agreement, and the reason for the downward departure on the trafficking was for the FDLE report coming back as not a trafficking amount.
Very good.
And she does score 16.35 months.
What's the adjudication?
What was the question?
The adjudication.
Okay. Okay. Ms. Nicholson, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. I see those same terms are in a written plea agreement that you've signed.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to make sure, have you read this closely, gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Because by entering into this plea agreement, this will be a final resolution of all your entire, all your counts.
Yes, sir.
But you're waiving some valuable legal rights to get here.
Yes,
So I
sir.
just want to make sure you're aware of those. The right to force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. You're waiving that right in order to get this resolution.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that? You
Yes.
believe that's in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. And you're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. As to count 1 of 24 CF 461, you're pleading to a lesser included offense of possession of a controlled substance, and the statutory cites in the plea agreement, and as charged to the remaining counts in both 461 and 24 CF 424. And as it relates to these, the court is adjudicating the defendant guilty on each count and sentencing the defendant to 11 months, 29 days in the county jail on each count, They will all be run concurrent. They'll run at the same time, so it's a total of 1129.
Yes, sir.
You will get credit for all time served. And the cost, the standard cost and fees, the $615 and then the $150 cost of defense, you'll have 118 months. You'll have a year and a half
Yes, sir.
after you get out of jail in order to pay those. So
Okay.
you can avoid them coming after your driver's license.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Again, these are all concurrent, and you will get credit for time served.
Thank you so much.
Any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
30 days?
And ma'am, you do have 30 days to appeal this. Thank you. That's all the females, isn't it?
One more, Judge.
Oh, got one more?
This is Emily
Lord.
Pilkington. She's before the court on 24 CF 289. Judge Rudy Harper, on behalf
what's
of Emily
Pilkington?
Pilkington, I have her number 52 on my docket, right after Ms. Nicholson.
It's not on mine.
It shows as a TV.
Yeah, this is the first one up. So it might be.
Is it under another name, another defendant?
Who is your attorney? It might be under Medina, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Mr. Harper, just a moment, please.
There you go. I think I didn't get the latest version of the docket. So,
Judge,
go
this
ahead.
is
I'm
Emily
sorry.
Pilkington, 24 CF 289. At this time, she's going to withdraw her previously entered plea into a plea of no contest. This will be a withhold, 2 years of probation, $615 in court costs, $150 cost of defense, attend a completed substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatments. Evaluation to begin within 30 days, treatment within 60, and perform 24 hours of community service work. There is a misdemeanor, and there will be 11 months and 29 days of probation to run concurrent, all supervisions to run concurrent. There is a cost of transportation to the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office of $182.55. If there's an FTA associated with this count, she's asking for no action to occur on that.
This state would agree to that, Your Honor. No, this state will take no action on any failures to appear.
And
Is
Your
that
Honor-
in the plea agreement?
Yeah, I put that in there, Judge. The state, she does not score, this is her first offense, and the state will follow the score sheet.
Your Honor, Mr. Harper and I spoke, and he did make a representation to the state that the defense stipulates to the total sentence point of 18.6, and that score sheet is correct. The state will give the court a copy of that score sheet after a break.
Very good. So the 2 years probation is counts 1 and 2?
Yes, Judge.
And there's a withhold of adjudication?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Pilkington, would you raise your right hand? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney, you can put your hand down. You can put your hand
Oh,
down.
sorry.
You heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement.
Yes.
And those same terms are in the written plea agreement that you've signed.
Yes.
Just want to make sure you've read this closely, gone over it in detail with your attorney.
Yes.
Had all your legal questions answered about the plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case, in order to get a final resolution, which we're doing today. This will be a final resolution of your case. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And that's what you want to do here today?
Absolutely.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea. There'll be a withhold of adjudication on all 3 counts. The court is sentencing the defendant to 2 years probation on counts 1 and 2, the felony counts, plus standard court costs. As a condition of the probation, there must be a substance abuse evaluation within 30 days and follow any recommended treatment, and 24 hours of community service as well. On count 3, the court's sentencing the defendant, because it's a misdemeanor, to 11 months, 29 days probation on count 3. And again, all these are all concurrent with each other. You do have a unique cost of transportation fee as well, and there'll be no action on any failures to appear that might be. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you very much.
Judge, this is Christopher Karstoffner. Judge, this is Chris.
You just said, no, you trying to give me 9 months. I didn't know it was credit time covered. You trying to give me 9 months last time I was here.
Judge, this is Christopher Karstoffner, 24 CF 793 and 24 CF 1872. I am attempting to get him a resolution that incorporates the amount of time that he's got in, and I'm asking to bring him back on docket day, so that'll be next Monday.
You try to give me now, I'm willing to take the 9 months. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think the state is agreeable at this particular moment.
You just tried to give me that the last time I was here, October 8th.
Here's the deal. The plea agreement is between the state and you. If either of you disagree, they're saying the state, you want to have the state, is the state in agreement yet with the plea agreement? Have you guys worked out a plea agreement?
Not yet, but
But you're trying to? Okay, so we'll come back on, maybe you can get it done this week. We can come back on Monday?
That's fine.
You try to give me 9 months.
Do what we can.
October, you try to give me 9 months. You got me confused.
I do not, but that's okay. If we can bring him back on docket day, I'll go see Mr. Karstoffner over the weekend, and we'll talk about.
You just took me a whole cycle. You tried to give me 9 months in October. But I just told you, but I wouldn't take the process the burger. I don't steal it. It's a deal. You pick that for a second thing that this time served.
Mr. Gustafsson, the state said they haven't reached an agreement yet. You can't force them to get an agreement.
You tried to get an agreement last time I was here.
We do not have.
They don't have an agreement. They're still trying to get one. We'll see if we can get it between now and Monday.
Judge, this is Desmond Cook, 24 CF 2220. Judge, we're going to bring him back on docket day. This is the first time up. He's got no prior history. I think this is the case we can probably resolve this cycle. I just need to work out a little bit of the details.
Very good. So we'll continue this until the docket day on Monday, the 16th, without subpoenas for a plea or continue, okay?
The next case, Judge, is Jordan Couch. He's got a number of cases. Can we approach him this?
Sure.
Yes. I'm calling
Hi, I'm attorney Michael Gilbert, and from all of us here at Warrior Law, we wish you and yours a safe and happy holidays.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Judge, Mr. Couch is before the court on 23 CF 2687, 24 CF 1828, 24 CF 1829, 24 CF 1837, 24 CF 1885, and 24 CF 2160. and 24 CF 2161. Judge, with respect to these cases, we're asking to move it to the 212 docket.
Very good. Court will continue these matters until 2:12, 9 a.m.
Judge, chronologically, I think Mr. Charles Craig is next, 23 CF 619. He was not transported. He's having a mental health evaluation that's pending. Additionally, we just did depositions of the alleged victim in this matter.
That's in Charles Craig?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I asked to move.
23 CF 619. You want to continue full cycle, or?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Continue until 2:12.
This is Mr. Fain, Brittany Fain, 22 CF 1937, 23 CF 2642. Judge, we just had depositions scheduled in this matter. The officers in this case, in these cases, did not show for depositions. So what I'm going to ask to do is if we can bring him back for docket day. The state and I have been in discussions about a possible alternative resolution. I think we're fairly close. It's just a matter of the math. So I'd ask to set this for docket day for a possible plea.
We'll set it for next Monday, docket day, without subpoenas, plea or continue.
Judge, this is Zachariah Freeland. He's before the court on 24 CF 514, 24 CF 533, and 24 CF 701. Judge, based on the charge that's in 533, I'd ask for a full cycle continuance to do depositions in that matter.
State.
The state has no objection, Your Honor.
So based upon that, court will continue this until 2:12.
Yes, sir. Judge, next is Craig Golden. He is before the court on 22 CF 256, 22 CF 288, and 22 CF 2095. Your Honor, he also has a new case that's currently in Crestview, 24 CF 2481. I'm anticipating that will probably be transferred to this division. We're going to have to proceed forward with discovery with respect to that case. Additionally, I think that there are some pretrial hearings that we need to have with respect to his pending cases. So we're going to ask to continue this full cycle.
State.
Your Honor, the state will be prepared to go to trial in the next cycle on this case, on this pending case. I don't believe we have to wait for the new cases, but we do agree there's some pretrial motions that we believe will probably then be heard by Judge Clarkson. She'll hear the case. Would that be appropriate?
Sure. So we'll continue this until 2:12, and hopefully, are we announcing last?
Yes, sir. We don't need to wait for the other case unless there is a desire to make it a global resolution of all the cases.
So we'll have the clerk put in the minute sheet, so this will be the last continuance.
Judge, this is Harold Guerrero before the court on 24 CF 1353 and 24 CF 1536. If I may have just one moment. Judge, Mr. Guerrero's cases, he also is represented by Ms. Dudley, Larissa Dudley, on another matter, which is a more serious case. I think that we're trying to come with a global resolution.
Yes. Your Honor, I've spoken with Ms. Dudley and Mr. Harper regarding these cases. We set the other cases for Monday for 12/16 in hopes of coming to a resolution by then.
So you want to wrap them all together?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So we'll continue both of these cases to track his other case till 12/16 without subpoenas, plea, or continue.
Thank you. Judge, this is Tyler Hale before the court on 21 CF 2340, 21 CF 3143, and 24 CF 1522, and 24 CF 1613. Judge, what I'm asking you is if we can bring these cases back on docket day. The reason being is that there is some oddities with respect to the violations of probation. Some of the dates seem irregular, and I just need to speak with Ms. Sharpless, maybe like 20, 30 minutes at a time. I think we can probably sort through this and come to an understanding, and then hopefully we can get that addressed on Monday.
Okay, so we'll continue all of these till docket day, which is Monday, the 16th, without subpoenas.
Hey, thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Sharp.
Judge, this is Richard Hollaback before the court on 22 CF 2885. Judge, this is a case that otherwise would have been left set for trial, but I'm not available this cycle. Notwithstanding that, both the state and I have been in discussions about a possible resolution of this, and we're going back and forth on this. So I'd ask for a full cycle continuance. This will be with the understanding that this will be the last continuance. Discovery is complete. We're just negotiating at this point.
The state has no objection.
Okay, any possibility of a resolution before Monday to put it on docket day? With the understanding that it's a plea or continue, unless you don't think.
I think the number is a little bit too far apart, Judge, at this particular moment.
Okay. So we'll continue in full cycle to 2/12.
Mr. Hall, if you want to stand by, I'll talk to you after I'm done. Judge, this is Larry Haas. He's before the court on 23 CF 2671 and 23 CF 2856. Judge, we just had a round of depositions in this matter, and based on those depositions, I'll be filing a motion. So I'd ask for a full cycle continuance, and I'll get that set for a hearing as soon as I can get the motion filed.
Very good. The court will continue this matter full cycle till 2/12, 9 a.m.
Sure. Thank you. Judge, this is Clint Jones, 24 CF 972 and 24 CF 973. Judge, there's a pending mental health evaluation. I've advised him that I'm having a doctor come see him, so I'd ask for a full cycle continuance.
Court will continue this matter until 2/12 at 9 a.m.
Does the state have a current plea offer? Period. Okay, no, just curious. I was just curious what the state had to say about the matter.
Based on the charges, it's a PBL, Judge. So at this moment, there's no.
Maybe a possible quick resolve for the video. Have you seen the video? It's not, it's overcharged, just for the record, it's overcharged. In my judgment, the matter is it's not armed burglary, and it's proven on the video for the man that is supposedly under the accusation and freedom of speech.
Mr. Jones.
I do have freedom of speech to have just to.
Actually, you don't.
And have a good day.
Thank you.
Oh, this was Jones. Okay. Well, he's getting them sent out. Got it. I don't want to relay any offer. Yeah.
Judge, this is Larry Joyner. He's before the court on 24 CF 895 and 24 CF 1000. There are depositions scheduled in January that are actually in conjunction with his co-defendant, so it asks for full cycle continuance. I think pending those depositions, we might be able to come to a resolution in February.
Very good. Court will continue this matter until 2/12.
Judge, I think yes, Taylor's next, but if I can address Rayshawn Schaffner, he's actually chronologically next. He's got a number of cases, and unfortunately, he's picked up 2 additional cases in the county jail. 21 CF 2362, 21 CF 2364, 21 CF 2399, 21 CF 3297, 21 CF 3299, 22 CF 340, 23 CF 115, 23 CF 1156, 23 CF 1205, 24 CF 2048, and 24 CF 2049. Judge, I have a person with a power of attorney, and we're trying to get an evaluation done through records and have a doctor that's agreeable to doing an evaluation of that nature. And so it's a bit problematic, but that's the reason for the continuance, Judge.
I know this is a complicated case, to say the least.
So I'd ask to set this for 2/12.
Very good. Continue all those cases until 2/12.
The next case, I think, is Mr. Taylor. This is Gabino Taylor, 24 CF 2195. Judge, this is the first time up. I do have discovery, but I don't have an offer or a score sheet, and the state and I are talking about coming to, it was transferred from a different division, so Ms. Sharpless didn't handle this directly. If we can bring him back on docket day, I think we can come to a resolution based on my understanding of his prior record.
Very good. Court will continue this matter with to docket day, which is Monday the 16th, without subpoenas. Plea or continue.
And I apologize, I didn't announce one case, 24 CF 2196, which is on the following page.
Yeah, 2196 and 2195, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And then the last one I have, Judge, is Reginald Washington. He was also not transported due to his behavior. There's a mental health evaluation that's pending on his case as well, 23 CF 171. I would ask to move it to 2/12.
Continue this matter until 2/12.
Thank you, Judge. I think that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Harper. Okay. So, Ms. Farkas, you want to lead off? What do we got?
We have one that's wheelchair bound that we're going to bring in.
Sure.
We're going to try to get all the interpreter cases so that she can be.
Okay, great.
As they get ready, may I approach Mr. Goens' score sheet from this morning?
Sure.
Your Honor, I also have Mr. Lewis's score sheet.
Okay.
Can Ms. Basso approach with that? Thank you.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
Well, I just want to know if it's one of mine.
Your Honor, I believe that we're bringing Nicholas Carasso out first, 2024 CF 0031 and 2022 CF 360.
Carasso?
Carasso, C-A-R.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know it takes some time. He is wheelchair bound, so it takes a little bit of time.
Very good.
He's mine.
Mr. Gates, you're the only one that has the least bit of Christmas spirit here with a little bit of red.
And he's got snowflakes on his socks.
You got your tie, is it hiding under there?
It's a gingerbread man.
Gingerbread, okay.
She's got a special cup.
I do, I have a gingerbread cup.
Is that a Christmas cup?
It is. It is. Just a little bit of Christmas.
That's gingerbread.
Criminal proceedings don't lend themselves to Christmas cheer.
Your Honor, this is Nicholas Carasso. Once again, the dockets are 24 CF 0031 and 22 CF 360. Your Honor, ASA Basso and I have been in contact about this case quite a bit, and we'd like to continue it to docket day, 12/16. I believe that we will be able to resolve the case then.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Very good. So court will continue this matter without subpoenas till next Monday, docket day, for a plea or continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Go follow him.
Yeah. You got it.
Right back to where we came.
Thank you.
Just call out the
Yeah.
name, so.
I think the next one will be Jose Chan Velasquez. Jose Chan Velasquez.
What is it?
Sorry, Jose Chan, or Chan Velasquez is how he's
Got it.
in my file, 24 CF 1477.
Correct.
He is present and approaching.
Did we swear the interpreter, Madam?
Please state your full name. Heidi Adam. Do you agree to accurately translate from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English the matters brought before the court, so help you God? Thank you.
Your Honor, like I said, this is Jose Chan Velasquez.
Ms. Farkas?
Oh,
Slow
sorry.
down just a little bit.
We have depositions scheduled in this case for January 29th and February 19th. So we need a full cycle continuance, please.
That's without objection, Your Honor.
Without objection, the court will continue this matter until the 12th of February at 9 a.m. in order to continue with the discovery in the case. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Escobar Munoz?
Okay.
No, he's mine. Okay. Yeah, if you want me to just put it in.
Your Honor, this is Kevin Escobar Munoz, 24.
Is this your case?
Yes.
I don't have it on my document. Munoz, M-U-N?
No, sorry, Escobar Munoz, E-S-C. First name Kevin.
Very good, got it. Thank you.
24 CF 1664. We had a psych evaluation done, and the doctor did find Mr. Escobar Munoz incompetent.
And Your Honor, the state is not requesting a second evaluation. We have no objection to the court considering Dr. Zeman's report as a basis for making a finding as to competency. We are recommending that the court follow his recommendation of a secure placement at Florida State Hospital.
The only thing that I need to confirm before he's, I guess, officially transferred to Florida State Hospital.
Well, first we have to make a finding.
Yes, I apologize.
So is
Sorry.
the defense objecting to the finding of incompetence?
No, Your Honor, we are not.
Based upon the report, the only report in the file, and the professional opinion of lack of competence, the court will find the defendant not competent to proceed and will, so the next question is, Any objection to the recommendation of placement at the Florida State Hospital?
No, Your Honor. The only issue is that I'm not sure Florida State Hospital has Spanish-speaking staff able to restore Mr. Escobar Munoz to competency there. I just need to confirm that Florida State Hospital has the ability to work with him in Spanish. That's the only thing I'm not sure, and Dr. Zeman wasn't sure either. So I think that we proceed as normally, and I think put it for a status date for his transfer, but
How about I order him to the Florida State Hospital, and if you've got some basis to object to that, you can file it. But assuming we're ordering it, and if you need to follow up, that's fine.
that's great. Thank you, Your Honor.
So the basis, the court will follow the recommendation in the report that he be placed in Florida State Hospital. Is there some instruction to seek competency restoration, or is there some language in the report that needs to be included?
Your Honor, it's just for competency restoration.
Very good. If that be included in the order, that'd be good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Estrada Sola, EST.
I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm not claiming.
Your Honor, this
Helps you out to get the exact.
Yes. Your Honor, this is Pablo Estrada Sola, 24 CF 849 and 24 CF 850. Your Honor, we conducted depositions in the 849 case a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry, we conducted them on November 25th specifically. The alleged victim and another witness were both subpoenaed. They were served successfully. However, neither of them showed up to the depositions. So we need to reschedule depositions and try to get them present, or see if the state attorney has had any contact.
State.
Your Honor, that's correct. There is a slight language barrier with the victim, so I am trying to get them reset and make sure he understands what the subpoena actually means, because it's provided in English. So
So we don't have a Spanish subpoena?
he does not speak Spanish, Your Honor. It's another language.
What language would that be?
If you ask me, I couldn't say it, but he is from India, so.
India, Hindu, Urdu.
One of those.
Okay. So we just want to continue this matter until full cycle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will continue this matter until 2/12 at 9 a.m. to try and get the depositions completed.
Thank you. That's everything. Yep.
So your Indian
And then all
witness
mine.
doesn't speak English? Is Indian as in from India or American Indian?
It's pretty, his English is pretty limited, so.
It's weird because that's the official language of India, is English.
Your Honor, this is Travis case on behalf of Mr. Santos Garcia Ramirez. He's before the court in 24
Is
CF 19.
this your case, obviously?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Santos Garcia Ramirez, very good.
We have a plea agreement filed on Mr. Garcia's case.
Okay.
I spent last week at the jail with Mr. Garcia and Miss Heidi, so we've gone over this plea agreement prior to today.
Very good, thank you.
No objection to this court sheet, Your Honor.
Very good. Would you announce the terms of the plea agreement, Mr. Gates?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Garcia Ramirez will be entering a
Sorry.
plea of no contest as charged. It's going to be a withhold of adjudication, placed on 24 months of probation. We're going to waive the cost of supervision associated with supervision. $967 in court cost.
I'm sorry, how much was that? Oh, no,
150 public offender fee. No contact with Mr. Carlos Joel Ruda Martinez. Reserve over any restitution to Mr. Martinez for 180 days. Anger management course, make an appointment and get treatment within 60 days. 50 hours of community service work. And then Mr. Garcia Ramirez is here illegally, and this plea will subject him to deportation.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Ramirez, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and those terms are also in writing in the written plea agreement that you've signed. I know English is not your first language, but did you have this plea agreement, the written plea agreement, explained to you? Yes? See, you have to put it because this is being recorded. So, you feel like you understand the terms? There's a lot of different terms in this agreement. Are you comfortable that you understand what these terms are?
Yes.
And you understand that you're waiving some valuable legal rights by entering into this plea. The main legal right you're waiving is the right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case. So we're waiving the trial in order to get a final resolution of this case. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And you understand you've had asked all your legal questions of your attorney to your satisfaction?
Yes.
Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept the plea agreement, which the state is also in agreement, and the court there'll be a withhold of adjudication, and the defendant is sentenced to 24 months probation. There are standard court costs and fees, but there are a number of conditions of the probation, and those include the following. First one is no contact with the victim, Carlos Joel Rauda Martinez. And that's your obligation to stay away from him. You understand? Even if he walked up to you in public, you got to stay away from him. Even if he called you on the phone, you can't talk to him. Okay. And there's also a reservation of restitution. In other words, that same individual may seek restitution. Was that explained to you? But you will have the opportunity to object if they do seek restitution. That's what it means, it's reserved, it's just put over to the side, okay? But you are required to take the anger management course and submit to it within 30 days and start treatment in 60 days. 50 community service hours. And importantly, because it's been identified that you are here illegally, that you will be subject to deportation. Do you understand that? That's where it's not, we have no control over that. Do you understand that? Okay. Any questions concerning this?
No. Your Honor, I do have a clarification question. It was announced withhold of adjudication, however, it's marked adjudicated.
Should be withheld. My mistake, I apologize for that.
Once you scratch that, I will make sure. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate your help, ma'am. Okay, Ms. Farkas, you want to jump back in?
I think he, for some reason, was taken off, but I don't know. So, Vidal Carrillo, 24 CF 2019.
Okay.
He was taken off the list. I'm not totally sure why. This is not Mr. Carrillo.
He was taken off of the transport list? He was taken off of the transport list?
Yes. I'm not sure why, but either way, I was going to ask that we continue it to docket day, so that the state attorney and I think we already have an offer.
Okay, so we'll continue Carrillo, which is 24 CF 2019, to docket day without subpoenas for plea or continue. Okay?
Sorry, this is Mr. Casey.
Mr. Casey, very good. Thank you.
Your Honor, this is James Casey, 23 CF 1178. We just received the discovery in this case December 9th. It had withdrawn originally, and then there was an FTA. So we're getting there. I do have an offer that I've discussed with Mr. Casey, but we need a full cycle of continuance so we can review the discovery.
Very good. We'll continue this matter full cycle till the 12th of February, 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Chartrand?
Oh, I can do that one. I waived Mr. Chartrand's appearance. We have depositions scheduled in this case for December 30th. Yeah, it's okay. We've got depo scheduled for December 30th, so we can have a full cycle continuance.
Very good. Full cycle continues till the 12th of February. DeVario Chung.
Your Honor, this is DeVario Chung, 24 CF 2081. The state and the defense have reached an agreement in this case that includes a plea to a misdemeanor, so there's no score sheet required. I have reviewed it with my client. I'm just going to have him sign it now. If I may approach.
Thank you. Could you announce the terms of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Excuse me. In 24 CF 2081, there's one count of third-degree felony giving false name to law enforcement. Mr. Chung will be adjudicated guilty to the lesser included offense, the misdemeanor giving a false report to law enforcement. The statute is there. 11 months, 29 days, JCS misdemeanor.
You might want to give me the correct plea agreement. This isn't Cox. Wrong one.
Sorry.
That's all right. I just started reading it. I'm like, yeah, it's not the right one. You just have so many.
I sure do. Okay, I need to have the state attorney sign this copy. I'm sorry. I apologize, Your Honor.
That's all right.
You signed the wrong one. We're just going to have my client sign this one.
Hope he didn't sign the other one.
No, we're okay.
Okay.
This is why I also have multiple copies of everything, just in case.
Could you announce the terms again? Start over, sorry.
Yes. Excuse me. In 24 CF 2081, there is one count of giving a false name to law enforcement. That was a third-degree felony. Mr. Chung will be adjudicated guilty to the lesser included offense, misdemeanor, giving false report to law enforcement. The statute is there. Excuse me, 11 months, 29 days, JCS misdemeanor probation. No contact with the complainant who is named there. $270 in court costs and the $150 public defender fee.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Very good. Mr. Chung, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. I see those same terms are in a written plea agreement. You can put your hand down.
Yes, sir.
That you've signed. Just want to make sure if you read this closely and gone over it in detail with your attorney.
Yes, I have.
You understand that by entering this plea agreement, you're waiving some valuable legal rights.
Yes.
The right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case in order to get a final resolution. Is that what you want to do here today?
No, I'm taking a deal today, sir.
I'm sorry?
I'm taking a deal today. I understand everything you're
Or
saying.
you understand you do want to take the deal?
Yes.
And you're entering it freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt to the lesser included charge of giving false report to law enforcement. The statutory cites in the agreement, Madam Clerk. Court's sentencing the defendant to 11 months, 29 days probation, and that can be misdemeanor probation with JCS. As a condition of that probation, there's going to be no contact with the complainant, Rose Archon. And just FYI, that's what I call a one-sided no contact. So if, I don't know what the relationship is, same last name, I don't know if it's a relative, whoever it is. If they try and contact you, they're not in violation, you are. So even if they walked up to you or tried to call you on the phone, if you interact with them, you're in violation, so stay away from them. If they walk up to you in public, just walk away, okay? Don't jeopardize your probation by having any type of contact, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because they'll jump on that pretty hard, okay?
Okay, sir.
And there are standard court costs and fees you have to pay during the course of the probation, okay? Any questions?
No, sir, that's it.
Anything, Ms. Farkas?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Can you give him the card for GCS or will they give it to him? Just want to make sure because it's the confirmation. Your up next is, excuse me, Micah Cox, 24 CF 842. I have an offer for Mr. Cox. We've gone over it. I've spoken with the ASA assigned to the case. We'd like to continue it to docket day, so I may speak with Mr. Sprouse about a couple things, if we can.
Okay, we'll continue it to docket day, the 16th on Monday without subpoenas. Plea or continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Farkas, you skipped over Claycomb.
Yes, Your Honor. Corey Claycomb. I waived his appearance, 24 CF 1966 and 24 CF 1967. I've spoken with Ms. Basso about this case. I waived his appearance so that we can begin to schedule depositions.
That's without objection, Your Honor. I'm just getting some dates, ma'am.
Full cycle.
Yes,
12,
please.
2/12.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Your Honor, this is Michael Demons, 24 CF 2139. I have an offer from the state attorney, and I've reviewed it with Mr. Demons. This is a case with Mr. Sprouse. The state attorney who's here has informed me that she's not able to offer the lesser included offense that Mr. Demons was requesting. I can continue it to Monday, docket day, if you would like, so I have more time to speak with Mr. Sprouse. Okay, so there is an offer that I've reviewed with Mr. Demmons. He's informed me that he would like to take it, so I'm going to have him sign the plea agreement.
Okay.
Do you have this worksheet? Okay.
So, December 11th. I'm sorry, I need to speak with the state attorney. Give me 1 second. I just need to make sure that she understands. I'm sorry, we can pass Mr. Demmons' case if you would like to keep moving the docket. Okay. He was originally charged with 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, but the offer for good wasn't adjudicated on one of them. Can I dismiss?
So then dismiss the other, just make sure that the score sheet and take the points off.
Yeah. I didn't finish the math on the back.
Okay. So it's a downward departure.
I guess, yeah, oh, yeah. Sorry, I have to do some quick. Okay, Your Honor, I apologize. We were making an edit to the score sheet, if I may approach with the plea agreement and the score sheet.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Is the defense okay with the score sheet?
Yes, we are okay with it now.
Thank you.
Yes.
Would you announce the terms of the plea agreement, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Demmons was originally charged with 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, 2 third-degree felonies, and 1 misdemeanor trespass. Count 1, possession of a controlled substance, will be adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. Count 2 is the second possession of a controlled substance. That one will be dismissed. Count 3 is the misdemeanor trespass. That will also be adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. We'd request that all court costs and the public defender fee be sent directly to a civil lien. And the score sheet has been edited to reflect the second count, possession of a controlled substance, being dismissed.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor, and this is a downward departure based on a legitimate and uncoerced plea agreement.
Mr. Demmons, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and I see you've signed the written plea agreement that contains those same terms. Just want to make sure you've read through this thing closely, gone over it in detail with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this, you're waiving some valuable legal rights to get to a resolution here today, and those legal rights right to go to a trial, right to force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. That's your right. You're waiving that in order to get to this resolution here today.
Yes,
Are you good with that?
I am.
Okay. You believe this is in your best interest to enter into this plea agreement?
It is.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement as to count 1, possession of a controlled substance. There'll be an adjudication of guilt. Your sentence is credit for time served. You've got some standard court costs and public defender fees will go directly to a civil lien. Count 2, which is another possession of a controlled substance, is dismissed. In count 3, which is a trespass, there'll be an adjudication of guilt. And again, the sentence is credit for time served. You can get out immediately on these charges.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, any question?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
You're skipping over a few cases. You want to go through them? I assume they're waivers and whatnot?
Yes, we can.
You want to wait until the end and try and, let's do it while we're going through, as it takes some time to get up there.
Sure.
So you skipped over Crandall.
Yes, William Crandall, 2024 CF 1110 and 2024 CF 1977. I waived Mr. Crandall's appearance. Mr. Sprouse and I are negotiating in this case. Mr. Crandall's been accepted to Keaton, and so I am trying to convince Mr. Sprouse to agree to an offer that will allow him to attend Keaton. So if we could have a full cycle continuance.
We'll continue to 212.
I appreciate that.
And then Kayvon Dawson?
Kevon Dawson.
Kevon, sorry.
Yes, he was actually present earlier. He has bonded out since the docket was made up. I waived his appearance, or I will be filing a waiver if it's not on file right now. But we have depositions set in this case for Friday, actually. So if we could have a full cycle continuance, hopefully we can reach a resolution.
Okay, so he's out, so we'll do it to 210.
Yes.
The 10th of February, out of custody.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And Troy Dowda, is he here?
He's here, he was brought. Your Honor, this is Troy Dowda, 24 CF 2153 and 24 CF 2281. Your Honor, I received some additional discovery from the state attorney, including a statement from the alleged victim in the 2281 case, a drop charge request. So I will be scheduling depositions in both cases. If we can have a full cycle continuance, I can continue speaking with the state about this.
State?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Court will continue this matter full cycle to 212 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Charles Emerson?
Emerson. You don't remember that? Yeah, I don't have any of that.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
It's all right.
What's his case number?
You got a lot of cases.
4 or 5.
Emerson, Charles Emerson.
This is Charles Emerson. I tried to waive his appearance, but here he is. I have 2 cases with him. He is also under the name Stone Walters, which is incorrect. But those are the 2 dockets that I've got with him. Sorry.
Stone Walters is 24 CF 446.
That's Charles Emerson.
I understand that, but why is the name? Can we correct that so we can kind of get them tracking together and the same name?
I think that it would be up to the clerk's office to correct it, and they said that they can't do that. I don't know how to do it, other than asking. And he has,
Anything we can do, Madam Clerk? Can I order it? I don't know. You'll give me an order correcting the name.
Okay.
I'll sign it. I mean, if we can get.
would make things easier.
Why was it, what's the deal? How did that end up?
I went back to my birth name while I've been living in Okaloosa County. That's all it was.
Okay. So you've really been operating under each of those names?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll handle both of them. So we've
Yes.
got 24 CF 453, that's the name Charles Emerson.
Yes.
And then 24 CF 446, Stone Walters.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor. There's a new case that was in the North End until their appearance on December 5th, and I just looked, there's an order to transfer the case down to the South End. So I've checked, we don't have any discovery yet in that case, but it seems obviously we will, and those 3 cases will all be mine. I'm scheduling depositions in the cases that he currently has with me. So if we could have a full cycle continuance to get everything on track together.
So we'll continue these matters until full cycle to 2/12 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Joshua Faglier.
So Joshua Faglier is transferred back into drug court.
Okay, so it should be off our docket.
He's nodding. He's officially been transferred back into drug court.
Okay, okay, very good. The clerk's got that? Yeah. Okay. Leroy Figures.
Your Honor, this is Leroy Figures, 23 CF 1120, 23 CF 1390, and 24 CF 1084. If I could have 1 minute to speak with Mr. Figures. Your Honor, I've been speaking with ASA Sharpless about these cases. If we could put him on tomorrow's docket, Ms. Sharpless needs to confirm a couple more things about the VOPs, and then the plan is to resolve the VOPs tomorrow, and then he'll have the new case still open.
Yeah, Your Honor, we're trying to come up with a way to, there is a bond motion already set. It's potential that we can resolve that, so we're working on it. If we can just leave it set for tomorrow, it's already been set.
It's already been set?
Yes, Your
Yes.
Honor, there's already notice of hearing filed for a bond hearing in the morning.
Okay. Well, then, do we need to schedule these for like a status later? Or
Yes, Your Honor.
you want to do like a full cycle just?
Yes, Your Honor,
just so
we
can-
do have those depositions on February the 27th.
So we'll continue these till 2/12, but we've got the hearings tomorrow. Thank you.
Your Honor, this is Anthony Forte, 24 CF 2143. I have from the state attorney a drop charge request from one of the alleged victims, Mr. Forte's brother. His family is here in the audience. They've been here all morning. Speaking with the state attorney, they're waiting to speak with his father, the other alleged victim, and the deputy involved. If we can put this on for docket day, I think that we will be able to resolve it then.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. We'll continue this matter until docket day, which is Monday, 12/16 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, would you approach?
Hi, I'm attorney Michael Gilbert, and from all of us here at Warrior Law, we wish you and yours a safe and happy holidays.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items. And we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty.
Quincy Fuqua.
Qualified heroes say.
Your Honor, this is Quincy Fuqua, 24 CF 2350. So, Your Honor, the state and the defense filed a stipulated motion to reduce bond in this case. I just wanted to make sure that that was on the record. So at this point, the bond, it's a total of $20,000 signature with pretrial services and a $6,000 total cash or professional on the possession of a controlled substance. The bond motion was slightly confusing because the jail is holding him on a cash or professional bond for a charge that the state attorney has not charged him with. The state attorney filed an information that's different from what he appeared on in first appearances. So I made sure to include all of the charges that the jail has in the bond motion. I just wanted to make sure that that was clear on the record. So you got $6,000 cash professional now. Okay. I've spoken with the state attorney about this case.
So what's the status of the, so it's a motion for a bond reduction?
And it was a stipulation, so I believe that Your Honor has already signed it, actually. I just kind of wanted to clarify where
Okay,
we
if
were
it's
at
already
with it.
been signed.
Yes.
The motion doesn't, it's got to be signed. So if it's already been signed, then that result. That's what I just wanted to make sure that some action was taken.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So we are all good. It's just kind of a confusing
Sure.
situation. So I've spoken with the state attorney about this case. We're waiting on some specific discovery. I'm not sure. I believe that they will probably be asking for a full cycle continuance.
Yes, Your Honor. The state needs to obtain medical records of a victim in this case. And that's the charge that was originally not filed on. So that's why we had this unique situation with the bond and the continuance.
So do you agree that it needs to be a full cycle continuance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So we'll continue this full cycle to 2/12 at 9 a.m. You're trying to get medical records. That sometimes takes time, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
HIPAA and all that stuff.
Yes. Your Honor, this is Javion Sharp, 24 CF 1684, 24 CF 1563, 24 CF 1564, and 24 CF 1562. I am waiting on a psych evaluation from Dr. McDonald. She did attempt to visit Mr. Sharp, and so she's going to be attempting to do so again in the future. And I think that that will be dispositive in these cases, or at least, temporarily
So we just need to do a full cycle at
Yes,
this
Your
point.
Honor.
Court will continue this matter until 2/12.
Thank you. Thank you.
Danielle Tankersley? Is that
Your
a
Honor,
waiver?
Danielle Tankersley is in a DOC custody elsewhere in another state, and I have a credit for time served offer from the state attorney, but I have not received the signed agreement back from Ms. Tankersley. So if we can
Okay.
continue the case, please.
Continue until 2/12.
Thank you.
That's all I've got for you, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor. That's
All right. Okay, seems like unless we've got something else that's pressing before lunch, this would be a good time to take a break. Is there anything?
The only ones we have currently right now, I have 5 with Mr. Gates, they're working on transport vehicles now.
Okay, that's fine. This is a good time to break. You want to take a break now, Mr. Gates?
After lunch, bring it either way, Your Honor.
Can't avoid that, so, okay. So we'll come back.